Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love reacting to some Arcane.
Season 2.
Yes, Season 2, Episode 1. Finally here. Can't wait to dive in. And you can get early ad-free access on our reactions over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. You can also see our full watch-along reactions that way.
Yeah, so I'll just preface this by saying that in advance of this, we decided to go back and rewatch the finale of Season 1 just so that we could have that like momentum going into it.
Yeah.
And as we finished watching that, Ken and I both had the exact same response, which was, fuck.
Well, this should be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to get into this. I'm also incredibly anxious about it. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mel.
Hey, she's alive.
Is she? Or did she just protect him? And took the brunt of it? Okay.
I'm not seeing...
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
What, Caitlin's mom?
I also haven't seen Victor. I mean, he's pretty much dying anyways and dead, but...
As you mentioned, there he is.
Yeah. Oh no. Dude, he wanted to destroy it. He didn't want to be a part of it anymore.
Oh, Jace, don't do this. I know why you want to, but don't do it. I know.
Down below the waves, where you are, your voice always sounds when you sing. But I can't hear what's the dark.
She said it's not her fault, but it is her sister's fault. It's kind of tough to
And
go here.
Jinx said you created Jinx. Like, I know why she's feeling the way she is. It's just like, just want to like hug her and be like, it's not your fault.
She was a great woman, a good friend. I don't know how we'll face this crisis without her.
Because you have me.
I was gonna say, does Caitlin take her seat?
To think we nearly extended sovereignty to the creatures who did this. We're charged with imposing order, and we've been asleep at our posts. Well, my eyes are open. There will be no more fairy tales of peace until we scour our basement of its demons.
So kind of you to assist Councillor Sallow, Mother.
As we are at war, I thought it prudent to solicit the advice of such an experienced veteran.
Let us address the matter at hand. Our people are scared, suffering. They need to know their leaders have the situation under control.
An unprecedented show of force. We flood the Undercity with enforcers, armed with hex tech.
Innocents will be caught in the crossfire.
How many more counselors have to be blown to pieces before you finally wake up? We are under siege. What is she doing here?
Officer Kierman witnessed the attack firsthand. She confirmed this was the act of a single deranged individual.
Jinx.
Silco is dead. The underground leaderless. If we follow your plan, we risk unifying them against us.
So what is your solution? Chastisement? A firm reprimand?
We use a division against them. Pin the attack on Jinx. Post a reward too substantial to ignore.
I'm sorry, Mel. I'm not comfortable trusting our fates to chance. Jinx has proven elusive. Our healing can only begin once she's been brought to justice.
So what do you suggest then?
Then it's settled. 2-1. We invade.
That's all it counts us down to.
In crises such as these, it's imperative you present a unified front to the public, whatever your personal feelings.
How wise. I'll agree to endorse the invasion, but I draw the line at Hextech. We have an ethos. Such force must be a final resort.
Agreed.
Then it's settled. 2-1.
He is not doing well. Oh, Caitlin.
I had the shot.
You're gonna talk about beating yourself up. You had no idea.
Your mother left this to you.
It's tough to gun someone down.
No.
Cold-blooded
I'm not.
murder.
I don't deserve it.
It's your legacy now, Caitlin.
What is she still doing here?
Hey.
You were right, Kate. Powder's gone. I can make this right. If you get Jace to fix the gauntlets, I can do this myself. No one else needs to get hurt.
No. No more rogue mission. No more reckless plans. My mother was right. My arrogance led me to take on more than I could handle, and she paid the price. They're sending all the enforcers after Jinx. I'm going with them.
Please. I have to help.
You can.
But not doing anything. Oh, or she's part of it. Badge.
As one of us.
Okay.
Kate, I can't wear this.
People are calling for blood. The council won't stop them. You can show they're not all of Zorn supports Jinx. We can show them together.
I watched them kill my parents. Do you have any idea how that feels?
Yes, I do.
Although no one's asking
thought
Caitlyn
you
to wear
were
a
on our
badge of the
side.
underworld.
Yeah.
You didn't think at all.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
Not me first. You all right? You, lose someone in the attack?
How is he?
Same as before. Breathing. Pulse is consistent. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
Don't touch it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it doing to him?
The Hex Core has been evolving, shifting through runic patterns faster than I can keep up. All I know for certain is that it's keeping him alive. It's a sort of
changing
puzzle
him.
Victor would love if he wasn't. It should be me up there instead of him.
Don't say that. He'll come back to us.
I still don't understand. He was right next to me. How does the explosion do that to him? And I just walk out without a scratch.
There's no sense to these things, Jace.
How'd it go with the council?
My mother's entered the game. She's already gotten her hooks into Sallow, using his grief to make a play for Hextech.
Mel, I promised Victor. Never again.
It's all right. I handled it. I won't let them corrupt your dream. Caitlyn was there. You might pay her a visit. She hides it admirably, but the poor girl's in so much pain.
So is everybody. Who's not in pain right now?
She dreams of killing Jinx.
Yeah, I'm take the shot she couldn't take before.
Hey, Sprout.
How'd you find me?
Your dad.
Mother and I used to come here when we needed an escape.
It's beautiful.
One of the few places we never argued.
I'm sorry I haven't been around.
How's Victor?
I can't even tell if he's
In
still
a
in there.
weird box.
Ever since it happened, 3 faces keep spinning through my mind. I see Mother when they found her, and every fiber of me just sinks like a stone swallowed in dark water. But then there's Jinx, laughing. I want to tear that laugh from her throat forever.
Kate.
I know. I just understand now how easy it is to hate them. One vicious act.
It's true on
Then I
both
see
sides.
Vi. I asked her to put on a uniform. Suffice to say, she declined.
Vi, wear a badge.
She thinks those gauntlets of yours will solve all her problems.
What if she's right?
Hextech may keep us alive, Jace, but it's not what will save us.
Hey, had quite a night.
Joined the Peanut Patrol. And I thought she had no sense of humor.
I like peanuts.
Her dad's right.
I like peanuts.
There's no point in sticking around up here.
Anybody want a peanut?
Except, I'm the one who created the monster.
Vi?
Who are you?
How do you know my name? Junior Officer Nolan. Maddie. And, it's written on your face.
That stands for 6.
So what is it? Random search? Escort off the property? Or are you just here to waste my time? Search? No. No. You're something of a legend amongst the enforcers. Caitlyn made quite a scene at the station when they tried to deny your enlistment. I have to ask, is it all true? You went after Silco alone when the council wouldn't back you. Took on his whole gang.
Kate said all that?
She said if every enforcer had a heart like yours, we could take on Noxus itself. Then she threatened to withdraw her family's funding. Anyhow, I'm glad you're joining up. After the sheriff betrayed us, well, let's just say it's nice to know there's still good ones left.
I don't think that guy likes you very much.
Duty calls. A real honor, Vi.
There are no magic words, so just say what you got. It's the best you can do.
One of the many privileges of serving as your counselor is having the occasion now and again to stand behind this podium, to behold so many joined together not by birth or dictum, but by all that we share. Our hope, our curiosity,
Why do I feel like an attack's coming?
our compulsion to leave behind us a world better than that
Jinx?
before.
That's what I was running too.
These things we share are what make us one people.
Yep. Trust your gut.
Today, we share an unthinkable loss. Councillor Irius Borbeck, Councillor Tormin Hoskell, and Councillor Cassandra Karaman were taken from us, but they shall not be forgotten.
Oh god, please don't take Caitlin from her.
And
Use your
they
words, Vi.
will account for their crimes.
Awful, isn't it? Losing a loved one.
Oh. Jesus. Oh.
Holy hell.
Oh. Oh. Get her gauntlets and get your frickin' hammer.
Yeah, I don't think that little gun's gonna do much.
You'd say she's a little more than a little pissed you killed her son. Oh. Yep. Use whatever you can.
Yeah, stop the Bane juice from flowing.
Nice shot.
Hell yeah, Vi.
Uh-huh. No weapons. Just running in there.
Get the counselors out of here. I have an idea.
What are you doing?
Man, Jace, they are really fixated on you.
Well, he led the raid, so she blames him for killing her son. Maybe even killed her son. I can't remember if he was one of the
Dude, that is not the same hammer.
Oh no. Do something. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, do something. Come on.
That was me frozen in terror.
So did I.
Keep hitting, keep hitting.
Yeah, again, it's not the hammer you're used to. It's gonna take a few more whacks with this.
Oh,
shit. Come on, dude.
Nice. Oof.
Ooh, ow.
Okay.
There you go, Caitlin. She's gonna become the best damn marksman ever.
I think she already is.
Oh, jeez.
For my son.
Way to go, Vi.
Yeah! I brought your hammer.
Vi, just get in there and swing it.
It's not gonna make it in time. Oh shit!
Mel's mom. Her army.
Oh, good
They
call.
had those weapons.
So you have to go after her daughter. Oh, she looked pretty badass, not gonna lie.
Yeah, she did.
Thought for sure you were gonna get yourself killed. A memorial? What kind of animals?
Yeah.
They wanted the spectacle, right? They're trying to scare you.
All they did is piss me off.
You need to find a way to call off the invasion.
What?
This battle was on your soil. Down there, you'll be on their terms.
None of this is on our terms.
Maybe you should change that.
Well, I don't know how, okay? She dies and leaves this giant hole, and I'm just supposed to fill it. Like she was never there to begin with.
Hey, you won't. The hole gets smaller, but you never fill it.
And you fill it your way, not your mom's way.
I was wrong to spring the badge on you. It's just every way I slice it. If I go after your sister alone, one of us comes back in a box. It's all coming apart.
No, it isn't. We won't let it.
I think she's putting that badge on.
I know you doubt
But I don't think
the
she's
merit
wearing
of
the
your
uniform.
birthright, Caitlin. There's wisdom in that. But remember, you're a Kiraman.
Heavy is the crown.
Never in our lifetimes has Piltover's leadership been forced into the dungeons of our capital. But here we are. Does anyone still doubt that our enemy is greater than one deranged individual?
How did they sneak so many of these things into the ceremony? I thought we took every measure to secure it.
They must have had help from someone up here.
We can't afford any more hand-wringing. If we do not defend ourselves with Hextech, our principles will mean nothing.
We aren't prepared for a full-scale invasion. The Undercity's attack proved that.
This is a closed council meeting. Who let
She just
you
opened it.
here?
I am a decorated officer, leader of House Kiraman. Address me with respect, or keep your mouth shut.
Yeah!
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer, and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
What makes you think you'll fare any better than our forces today?
We've got a few surprises of our own.
Oh, okay. So now against using hex tech.
Well, it seems like Jace was helping them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. And the uniform. Got it all.
She's in a version of the uniform. Saw some of her own touches in there.
Any excuse to take my shirt off and flex my muscles in my forging area. Man of progress. Here, puppies. Man, Jinx wasn't in the episode, but she was in the episode. Like, her presence was felt throughout. Man.
Boy, was it ever.
Yeah.
I loved the opening council meeting because it was that aspect of human history that repeats itself over and over again because we never learn from it, which is violence begets violence and hate begets hate. And when they come in, they're like these creatures from the underworld, and we have to invade and show them a lesson and make them pay. It's like, we've talked about how we love a good revenge story. Like, that all feels really good in the moment, but like inflicting pain ultimately is not going to make your pain any less.
Yeah, and it's like you didn't care about the people that were dying in the Undercity or whatever, in Zon from, Shimmer and poverty and everything else, and
just the counselors.
And the war that they had. Yeah, it was like how many more counselors have to die?
Not people.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't matter.
Specifically said counselors.
Yep.
As like so.
Loved the writing in that. I just thought the way that the writers chose words was so perfect.
Yeah, it was. And also like the fact that we were expecting it to be Jinx under there, but it was the other Undercity mob boss or whatever that had lost her son and definitely had an axe to grind. I think it was, they hinted at it, so it probably is not it, but Mel's mom helping them in and orchestrating it so that she could get her war and get hex tech, more importantly, to be used so that she can grab that technology for herself.
Who stands to benefit,
Yep.
So you got to ask yourself, and when you talk about, that was the other thing, the second council meeting when they're all paranoid and what's going on and somebody from the inside, not to say that that's not wrong and there isn't somebody from the inside, but you kind of see how this council, the people who were supposed to be leaders in this community, the people who were supposed to be, the incredibly intelligent and diplomatic and educated and brave and all these other qualities, because people obviously put them on a council to lead and admired them for those things and chose them for those reasons. The fear is making them all dissolve into their base instincts and their worst selves. Fear, paranoia, distrust, isolation, all of those things. It's another reason why I think they did this episode so well, because, that is in essence what happens when we're afraid. We kind of devolve. we become our worst selves. We distrust, we go to our corners, we're isolated, and the isolation only exacerbates all of those other things about distrust and fear and anger. And I thought the way that they did that council meeting, again, 2 very short scenes, but they were so well done with the word choice and how they showed it that it spoke volumes.
Although we've never seen any elections or anything like this for the council people. And
I'm making some bold assumptions there.
I think that, because Jace was in the council. And so I think the council just votes on who gets to be in the council. Nobody else does. So it's I don't know how the original council got formed. It was probably just the most powerful people in Piltover were just yeah, you know what? We're going to run shit.
Heimerdinger used to be on there though, so I have to believe it was good at one point. But he did get kicked out, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's true. That's fair.
Kate, boss ass bitch, coming in and being laying the smackdown on that dweeb that was just so pompous, pretentious, and yeah, you will address me with respect.
Yes. I also love the fact that Kate taking over with this newfound incredible confidence that she comes in with in the last scene comes after the scene that she has with Vi, when she finally shows real vulnerability and real transparency about what's going on with her and gives voice to all her fears. And it's something that we talked about. I can't remember what we were watching, but we talked about this once before. That's sort of like psychologically the benefit of actually voicing your fears. It feels like that thing that we shouldn't do, right? Because it feels like if I give voice to it, I'm empowering it. If I say what I'm afraid of, I'm showing weakness. Like it feels like this thing that we need to hide and like contain within ourselves. But that's often what actually winds up feeding it and making it more powerful. Whereas like once you express your fears, like this thing has happened, and because of this thing, my fears are X, Y, and Z. Because I think the worst case scenario could be this. It's like as soon as you give voice to it, you realize, okay, that's the worst case scenario. Hopefully it won't happen, but like at least now I've heard it and I know how I'm going to face it.
Yeah.
And you can see that Caitlin figured out, like she gave voice to her fears, and she comes at the end, she's like, I know how I'm going to face it. This is how I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I had everything in there that I would want. Some drama, some great writing, and also like some good fun action, some hell yeah fist bump moments. So good start to season 2.
My biggest question now is to what you said at the start of this is Jinx wasn't in it.
Yep.
She was everywhere.
Yep.
But she wasn't in it. So my biggest question is, where is Jinx after all this? I mean, it's not like I think like Jinx is, suddenly having a crisis of identity and going to become Powder again. We've kind of realized that ship has probably sailed, but the reality is she wasn't in the mix with everybody else. So was she like Silco sitting back on his chair orchestrating everything, and is she the one in charge of the underworld? Or is there actually a power vacuum now
I think that
down in the underworld, which means chaos, which means more innocent lives in the crossfire, and it means in a weird way, because it's not like Jinx brings a lot of like order and structure to anything, but in a weird way, a power vacuum is so dangerous because of the chaos that ensues and the power struggle between different people.
You also need to check out Echo and Heimerdinger. So if you want early ad-free access to our reactions, check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Go to patreon.com/DefiniteDefinitive. You'll also see our full watch-along reactions that way.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching Arcane with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.